Hola, we made it. We're staying below the 80-kilometer gust threshold today.
I had once a very bad experience. Danger route cut. This road is nightmare. Welcome to Patagonia. Let's get out of here.
Hi, I'm Alex, adventuring my motorbike around the world, enjoying the ride in South America.
We're ready now to head to the end of the road where the Carretera Austral is finishing. We have a bit of rainfall today, just like slightly. We're looking at only 8 degrees in the morning.
You can't get any further south on a vehicle. If you're on a bicycle, you can go further on a boat.
We made it. We are at the end of the Carretera Austral.
Sun, rain, clouds, everything mixed up. Welcome to Patagonia.
1,247 kilometers, mainly on gravel. Now we're here. That's the end. The end of everything. Now we can go further south to Ushuaia in a couple of days. But yeah, I show you the view and we are greeted with sunshine here.
South America from above, zooming into Patagonia. Today we're gonna take one ferry and cross Chile Chico while we help one fallen motorbiker. From there, Ruta 41 starts. We will finish in Bajo Caracoles.
Adios. Ciao.
It was time to head back north. Earlier I heard that Ruta 41 must be mind-blowing. I got not disappointed. Stay with me.
It's already 10 past 11. But I think the tire pressure looks good now, 2.2, 2.0. I took off the pullover because we are at 15 degrees now. It's gonna be a bit chilly because we have a bit of headwind today. But at least not so much dust in the air. This is really a big benefit. Really enjoy that. Constructions everywhere now and then. I think just break here, right? On the Carretera Austral. The beautiful scenery. Yeah, the Moscow hostel was actually really nice. I enjoyed it. Good atmosphere. It was 20,000 a night on a bunk bed, and they had a guitar, which is good, several guitars actually, and I could play a bit. You know, I'm not gonna carry my guitar any longer because it's just like way more off-road here and people just have guitars here, right? The only thing is they very often have the Spanish classic guitar, and that's a bit different than the guitar that I normally play at home. It keeps me relaxed a bit. It's meditation. As much as I love riding the motorbike here, enjoying the scenery, this is anything but relaxing, right? This is full tension in the complete body all the time, concentration in the mind, in the body, because obviously you are out here kind of still in the danger, as you're always on the motorbike, yeah. But off-road or single-lane road, it's a bit worse because the corners are small, and if there's a car coming just against you, if you need to concentrate, you need to kind of see how strong the next bend is and adjust your speed. The bicycle riders here, see them? Hello. They're all in a good mood. They're almost finished. Beautiful lake. Beautiful. Bro, was ist da los, Mann, Alter, hey?
Ready? I just met these friendly people here from Chile, so friendly. I can't talk Spanish, they can't talk much English, but we still communicate. Very good.
Hola.
Parado.
Hola.
¿Cómo estás?
Muy bien, ¿y tú?
Muy bien.
Wait. Okay. Turn this. Here.
Okay.
You take here.
Okay.
Here from your knee, okay?
Yes.
I go here. Come on, 2, 3. Thank you. Roll it a bit forward.
Yes.
So it falls again.
Yes.
Pitch it forward, yes.
Will it stay?
Yes. Where are you from?
From Germany.
Germany.
Argentina.
Yes.
Nice.
From Neuquén.
You're going to?
To O'Higgins. This is O'Higgins.
Yes. Today?
Yeah. That's the last transfer at 5. Thank you, sir.
Enjoy, yeah?
Your name?
I'm Alex.
Alex, thank you.
Sí.
Very much.
Hasta luego.
I was riding towards him and I could see how he fell, and he fell like 100 degrees on the right side downhill. Luckily he didn't hurt his feet or anything. He was only wearing a jeans, so, and the shoes I didn't really see. I think it was a bit more than sneakers, but the KTM was very heavy. We lifted it together. I think alone it would have been very tough for him, but yeah, good to help people. Biker brothers forever. We're flying over the potholes, which is good. We have nice scenery, and here many bikers are crossing here. I think the next ferry will be very difficult, will be very full. It's incredible how many bikers ride here. Actually, I think it's more motorbike cyclists than push bikers. Yeah, there's no rain here, which is good on the one hand side, but it makes it very dusty. We're going rather quickly today because, I mean, like last time I went so slowly. I want to have some fun as well here, but always trying to mitigate the risk. We're going a solid 80 now, GPS, 6 gear, very windy here. I'm really lucky with the weather. They said it's not going to be so sunny today. I have the feeling it's always more sunny than the forecast says. Yeah, the Tenere 700 World Rate, I have not a lot of comparison, but this just runs smoothly here. She's so at home here. This is really her turf. She's just like going along the road. Oh, animals. You never know what they do. You never know what they do. I don't want to run over one of these beautiful animals. Look how they live there. Really nomad style. Beautiful road along the river here. There are a few rim crackers on the road, so you need to be on the lookout. Yeehaw, here we go. Push it, baby.
Good morning, folks. We're heading to Chile Chico now.
Chile Chico is more like going along a lake, so we're gonna see some lake views today. So this side of the Anden is still rather green, whereas when we cross over into Argentina, it will be more like desert. I'm thinking of taking the Ruta 41, which is going parallel to Ruta 40, the famous one. Ruta 41 seems to be one of the most loneliest roads in Patagonia. The lake is really blue over there, but the road is bad. The road is bad here, full of washboard. Chile Chico, 115 kilometers. Around here, using the grass. Alrighty. Wow, look at this! This is the road to Chile Chico, incredible! Oh, this is incredible. Trucks. This is actually like Panamericana Mountains. The gravel looks the same, the road quality is equal, but the scenery actually with the lake is actually better. Yeah, this is adventure paradise. Yeah, stand up here, it's a bit slippery. Oh, look, they're saving the road here a bit. Gracias. Good they're doing this so the stones fall controlled and not when a vehicle is running underneath, I think. Oh, we are at the bottom of the lake. Look up here, all the mountains, lots of stones that potentially could kick down. So I wouldn't go here if it's raining. This would be a bit more dangerous, I think. I had once a very bad experience. I was riding the death road in Bolivia 9 years ago. We went up with a bus to cycle down that road. And it was raining quite considerably. Then it wasn't raining. We rode the bikes again. Anyway, the bus rode behind us, picked us up at the bottom again. But we waited for the bus forever. The bus and the bus driver didn't make it. Just because it was raining. The bus just dropped down the edge. There was no government organization who was rescuing Buddy, the bus driver. His friends had to do it themselves with ropes climbing down. They were very kind, they brought our luggage. So these are the experiences you're gonna have in the mountains when it's raining. Don't go to the mountains when it's fucking raining. It's just too dangerous. Clouds mirroring on the lake. Beautiful. Very huge, probably won't be able to see the end of the lake on the camera, but it is far away with no guardrails. I need to hold my motorbike, it's a bit windy and it might just drop. And look at this. I think it's actually snowing up there, at least raining. Probably even snowing, we have like 13 degrees. Now the sun is really shining down. The wind is creating these patterns on the lake. You can see the road over there on the right hand side in the end maybe. Yeah, the road quality is getting worse and worse the further we get. It's a bit bumpy. But we're only going like 50 most of the time. Let it roll. Just a big advantage and a disadvantage on the motorbike I think is when you go these off-road things here, you have to look for stones all the time and check the surface, so you don't have the time to look around so much, which is a bit of a pity. But avoiding rim breakers is obviously more important. The fascinating thing is that the landscape is so untouched. I mean, there's this road, but there's nothing else. There's power infrastructure they have here, but there are no houses, only very few. That's the road we took. It's a bit of a pity that I can't fly the drone here because of the dust in the air and also the wind is not healthy. Just when we have a big of lunch break, look over there, rain is coming. Some other motorbikers warned me and I think it's better to hit the road again. Because rain is not good, it's wet and the roads get slippery. I mean, there is still grass, there's still trees, it's not like a desert, but it has certainly changed. Still beautiful. We reached Chile Chico and we're just at the bottom of the lake now. I'm gonna cross to Argentina now because the day is still running. It's only 1:30. We have time and we go to the village over there and stay there for the night. Actually, I'm going to finish my cucumber first. I'm not sure if my cucumber will make me not hungry anymore, but at least something was done. Hey Witka, there's some stones which I didn't see. Whew. Good to make a break. It was a long day on the road already. We are approaching the border. Let's see how long this will take us. 10 minutes or half an hour? I don't know, I don't remember the time. Anyway, it went rather quick. Just 4 or 5 people in front of me at this point in time. Got a piece of paper that I now need to carry to the border in Argentina to import the motorbike there. So they're kind of working together on the border, which is interesting. I've never seen that before. Okay, obviously everybody has to stop here. I'm going to park my motorbike here. Alrighty. Okie dokie. The Argentinian flag is waving and welcoming us. Los
Angelositos. I think it's the name. It's just a city in Argentina, a village just after Chile Chico. I was thinking a bit if I should go to 41 today because it's a bit windy actually. But I think we're staying below the 80 kilometer gust threshold today. It will be windy, but I will do it. And fueled up because we're gonna need to do like 450 kilometers from here on this route to the next gas station that actually really has gas. There's one in between, a private one, which obviously the quality is questionable and it's not always ready to refill because sometimes it's empty. We have like just after 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm actually a bit late because the later you go, the more wind there will be. But side wind, I will only have in the next 3 hours. And then I will have more like tailwind. Yeah, let's go.
Ruta 49 we're going to do today is known as one of the most beautiful roads in Patagonia and one of the least traveled as well. Actually, I don't expect to see any car today, which in the combination of the wind makes me feel a bit strange. But yeah, this is gonna be an adventure today. The road is rather bumpy here with a washboard. Let's see how it develops. The air pressure is good, 1.9, 2.1. We're not too high, so the grip should be fine. Let's see what it brings. Heading pretty much southbound from here on the 41. That's gonna be about 95 kilometers. Then we're gonna be very close to Paso Roballo. From there we go a little bit further south and then the road divides. The 41 goes further south, but I'm gonna take the road east, the 103 towards the Ruta 40. From there it's not gonna be very far to the place where I want to stay tonight. So it's about, I think, about 200 k's again on gravel road, which is reasonable, I think. Let's see how the road quality looks like. Look, on the right hand side we have the first bar tents already here. This is really beautiful wide open scenery. The wind is okay at the moment. Not too gusty, not too much right now. Why is it so windy here in Patagonia, right? So the way it works, the wind comes from the west side, from the Pacific, and it's rather wet air that hits the Anden where it's going to rain because the air is going up. So the west side of the Anden in Chile is much more rainy. But then the air is rather dry because obviously the rain went out, the humidity went out. And then the air, the dry air, the cold air is falling down because it's colder, right? So the wind here is kind of an acceleration because the air is falling down on the east side of the Anden. And that creates the harsh winds here. And they accelerate over the open space a bit further east from here to really high speeds. They had like 200 kilometers an hour of gusts just a few days ago. The roads were closed, the schools were closed. So we really need to be careful because this is really dangerous. So that 200 kilometers you won't be able to ride, you probably won't be able to sit. Yeah, I did some research and got some recommendations from some friends. You're okay to go until like 50 kilometers constant wind and 80 kilometers gusts, but this is going to be very exhausting and you go just very slow. Everything below is kind of okay, but you shouldn't go above it. So if there are gusts above 80 kilometers an hour, you shouldn't do that, which sounds reasonable to me. Some people said like on the internet that if you go like into a gust of 80 and you just ride your motorcycle easily, this place is a meter sidewise the direction of the wind, so it's a bit dangerous. Also, I need to be aware of the stones on the road, so I'm always going to pass the stones now on the lee side, so the side that is away from the wind. So if a gust kicks in, it doesn't drive me onto the stone, but it drives me away from the stone. Because like again, like hitting a stone out here and you get the rim brake, that's not a good thing, right? Also the road here is a bit more loose, the stones, so I probably need to stand up a bit more. But then there's the wind, which is obviously hitting me much more when I stand up. So that's kind of an optimization, I guess. Yesterday at the Tourist Information Center, they told me that there are some road construction works at the moment, and this road, like 65 kilometers in, He said like they normally don't let vehicles pass by, but as a motorcycle I can try to ask if there's an opportunity. So this is a potential blocker, but normally with a motorbike you are fine, especially as a foreigner. But you never know, right? When they do crazy explosion things, then nobody gonna go through, and I might have to wait. Let's see how it goes. Now I'm gonna concentrate on the road, just going slowly, like 40 kilometers an hour here. So just that we have safe rolling over the surface, nothing too fancy. So I'm changing my view every now and then, bear forward and backward. It's partly a bit sandy, but not really deep, and there's stones everywhere, so it shouldn't be too crazy. Yeah, this road is much less traveled. The other side, here it's a bit better. We go here. When the wind kicks in, it gets really dangerous. You need to be very much on the lookout and can't so much look at the scenery. In front, we are on an official road. They do it like in Australia. You are on the road here, but actually you're not. The mountain looks really beautiful. The colors, the bottom more green and then more greenish, and then it goes up. Oh, what's that? I need to look at the road. And then it goes into brown. When the road is, from a quality point of view, I think it's recently graded here in parts, which makes it a bit more loose, but the good thing is it's not so much washboard. The wind blowing. There's a grader just over there, grading the road here. And I think we're going a bit more into the mountains actually, and I hope it's a bit less wind there also. I mean, it's okay here now, it's not too bad. There are not really intense gusts yet, which makes it fairly rideable. But especially when you go through these areas, you need to be very concentrated, because you don't want to get displaced a couple of centimeters and get into this lane there at the bottom. I think that might even be Chile over there again. They have their own road. I can't even show you because I have to concentrate on the road. There are a couple of roads over there. I mean, the long stretch is Chile as far as I think. The river is the border, a bit like Afghanistan and Tajikistan. When there's rain coming down, it's supposedly a big mess. You dig yourself in, you destroy the road, by the way, which is also not very kind doing this, right? I mean, like, why do you do this? Just turn around and take the road another time. By destroying it, I don't know. In Australia, there are huge fines if you do this. 5,000 Australian dollars because you destroy public property, right? Anyway, look at the beauty, the scenery. That's what we're here for. So this is the road on the Chilean side, as far as I understand. There's a river running at the bottom. The mountains have snow peaks here. Look at the formations of the stone of the mountains there. Beautiful. This is the road that we're gonna take. Just down here. Yeah. So my tire pressure system here is going to be empty, the battery. So I have this cable here. It comes with an old USB-A type, small one micro, which is a bit of a mess because I need to carry another cable. That's the way it is. And I just kind of charge it from the motorbike. I have two outlets, one from the motorbike and one I added myself. I think that's good. Alrighty, let's go. We have some sheep on the horizon. They don't want to share the road with me. They're just running away. Oh, look. Oh, they have action. Alright guys, which direction are you heading? Ooh, action, action! Now we're talking. Ha! The scenery just after this station I just passed by went just like incredible. The road even more outback. And here look at the colors. A bird. Oh wow, oh, there's a river crossing. A little one. I can go on the left side. I think. Go here. Yes, that was an easy one. Wow! What a beautiful area. More bushes. Give it a certain tint. This is beautiful, incredible. This is really my mountain style. The road is today the road is really similar to my mountain. Yesterday was not too bad, but this is beautiful. A rather straight road now. Fairly okay. We're doing like 50 kilometers an hour. Towards here. The wind is blowing from the side. Holding balance here. I'm gonna take care on the road. Wow. A bit loose the ground here. There are small stations every now and then next to the road. People obviously living here. I don't think you can do much more than sheep out here. A wooden bridge. Oh, this is making some noise. I have to stop here. I was just planning to pitch the drone here and film myself a bit while riding here, but then I saw all these birds up there in the sky. Can you see that? I don't know if that's too small, but I think it's condors. Like 20 of them. They're waiting for some food, I guess. Wow. Look at the wavy hills, some clouds, small little bushes. Beautiful. Okay, we're heading up these crazy roads now here. Tja, what more can I offer you than this scenery on Ruta 41? We are far away from the last station. There's not much happening here. I didn't see any car. There were 2 tourist cars carrying around a couple of tourists, but no kind of local car or anything. Peligro ruta cortada. Danger route cut. Okay, we'll be careful. That's also beautiful. Hui, hui, hui. Some water on the side, and it's actually fairly well maintained here, but maybe it gets worse a bit later. I think I'm also getting closer to the construction site now. The blue lake on the right, the big mountain on the left, and the road just going in between through everything. Through Patagonia. Yeah, the further south Ruta 41 goes, the worse the road conditions get. Okay, I mean, like, there are no big stones, there's still doable, but it's not like you're racing along here with 80. It's anyway better to look at the scenery. Less difficult as compared to crossing from Murgab in Tajikistan into Kyrgyzstan. That is a bit more difficult because they have more slopes and a bit more loose stones. Here the road is just wider. But the Tenere is now no problem. More like a matter of the driver, right? Or I'm a rider. A matter of the rider. I'm just happy there's not so much wind here. Am I actually still on the road? Looks like, huh? Whoa, 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 what's happening here? Where is the road? Okay, now we're getting similar to crossing from Tajikistan into Kyrgyzstan. Now it's more open space again, and the wind is kicking in already. Wahaha! Ui, ui, ui! Ui, ui, ui! Oh, we need to control it. Oh, it just pushed me over there! Ha! Going back to the right side. Slowly. Oh, beautiful! I have to stop here. Oh, I'm almost falling by the wind. Whew. Look at this. Are we on the moon? Oh, I need to hold my motorbike, otherwise it's falling. Oh, it's a lot of wind here. Oh, it's coming down from here. Hey guys, we have to go. This is too much. Ay, ay, ay. We're going slowly. Second gear. Let's see if we can get away from here. Oh, it's almost 12. Oh yeah, almost 12 o'clock now. Oh yeah, yeah. Do I stand up or do I sit down? Let's get out of the death zone here. Oh yeah, yeah. There was a lot of wind up there. That was by far the windiest part. Should tree growing here because I think it's just too windy here. Too windy, a little bit of smaller bushes, but that's it. Actually, I couldn't live here. It's too cold. We're down to 10 degrees now. Because the cold air is coming down from the under here. Signs of infrastructure here. Actually, I think I take a picture here. But the wind is getting worse. I think I better ride. Oh, I need to hold the motorbike. It's really heavy. Okay, let's go. Whew! Whew! I need to stop. Need to take a picture here from the moon landscape. Incredible, incredible. Okay, this is gonna be very windy here now. Look at this. This is going to be very windy. Open space. I was not expecting it to be so open actually. Is this standing safe here? Okay, where do I put my gloves? Because I don't want to lose my gloves. I put them here. Okay, in here. Alright. Open the back. Open the zip here. And look at the scenery. Wow. This is the road we came. Wow. Wow. Now let's get out of here. We only have 8 degrees, I just see. It's really cold. But now we have wind from behind, tailwind. But over there I think we're gonna have some side wind. Whew, we're going slowly. This road is more difficult than crossing Tajikistan to Kyrgyzstan. I was suddenly in front of an area where there was big stones, loose and everything. And what did I do? I just had to push through, right? This is not so bad here. But especially the wind makes it very difficult. Because you have to hold the balance. Got the creek crossing for you. Actually, this is more than I'm comfortable to do. Especially riding alone out here. In parts that are not very... This is not what I'm looking for. It's a bit too difficult. Because it's so exhausting then, and like there's always the risk of falling. Dropping the bike, right? That's something you don't want to, and there's no need for unnecessary risk. It's loose stones, yeah. Quite a bunch of them. But the front tire is at 1.8 bar now, which is rather low, which gives me more comfort. More control, definitely. I feel that the front wheel is rather fixed well to the ground. It's another 15 kilometers to the crossing where Paso Rubayo comes down. We go a bit further south and we head east. Okay, this is again loose stuff in here. Okay, hold the motorbike with your knees. Control with your foot. Leave the steering wheel loose, like ice waffles. Ah, come on, bro! Go here, go here, go here! Through the stones! Oh, the wind is coming from the left. What's going on here? I wanted to cross here, but somehow I didn't make it. Shit. I have to pull it up. The less weight, the easier it is to wait. I can't get the tools out right now. A bit. Oh no, it goes out. Okay. Very good. Okay. 1, 2, 3. No! Doesn't go here. Need to move it first.
Good try. I got her! Let's try this thing out. She's standing again. Fuck it! Ah! What do the bags look like? And I'm fucked here. That's some blue points on my hand.
Next time I'm not gonna fall. Okay, let's go up there. 13 more kilometers to go to the Paso de Mayo. What the fuck? There's actually sand being thrown in my face here. We are down at 1.7 bar now, which is actually a bit low because it's so cold, right? But I think it's actually better because of the side wind. I will have more grip, I hope. But I shouldn't hit any stone. I'm not going too fast here anyway. Alright guys, I have to concentrate now. I'll catch you later. Flower fields. Oh, it's like being in heaven here. Beautiful. Oh, no, we're going to the edge now, I think. Ah, can this be true? What is this? Is this paradise? This is paradise. I've never seen something beautiful like that on the road, I think. This was the most beautiful spot of all of them because of the flowers. And obviously because of the distant view. The wind makes it a bit more rugged. I would avoid the wind actually. Ah! Oh, come on, bro! Let me go to the right. I don't know what to say. It's very beautiful. Am I still on the right road? This doesn't look like the road. It's getting worse and worse and worse. The further south we get, like that's worse, but it's getting less traveled, I'd say. Now we have tailwind. That's convenient. It doesn't stop. I have to take a picture here. Somewhere. What's going on here? What kind of road is this? I mean, like in a positive sense. This is... Oh! If there wouldn't be wind today, I would fly the drone all day. This is really carrying you out. Crazy faces, hey. I was not even going very fast. I have to concentrate because I have no buffer. I have to go slowly, there's no other way. I mean, this is really at the edge of what we should do, I think. We have gusts up to 75 kilometers per hour today here. It's getting a bit less, a bit late actually. Confirmed this has been the most beautiful road I've ridden. It's incredible. I would not have expected it. But also one of the most difficult ones for me. Especially with the big camely and all the bags and my skill set and everything. One drop. Could have avoided it if I would have been more concentrated, but look at the scenery. This is just like what's happening. Where like it's I don't know what to say, right? I don't know what to say. We're a bit lower now again, so the wind is a bit less, which is good. We're back to 15 degrees, which is also good. Yeah, flat roads. Not very. You have to be on the lookout for these rim breakers all the time. We have tailwind, as you can see. The grass is just like waving us along the road. This is a crazy bridge. Okay, I go slowly here because nice river, but I don't want to get off the wood, right? Better go slowly here. But I think for the Carretera Uno, that was worth it. Let's see what I say when I arrive. We reached the crossing, I think. Paso Rodolfo. Say, this is here, I think. I have to do a short break. Caracoles, 146 kilometers. Oh, it's quite far. We have to do another 146 kilometers. What the heck is going on? Yeah, 96 kilometers. Let's see. It's so beautiful here. And it's empty. Nobody's living up here. I think. At least I don't see anybody. Also Patagonia. Yes, you wouldn't imagine. The Argentinian side is so much drier. But still, Patagonia. And I love it. Actually, the road is not too bad so far. I'm only 5 kilometers in, I think. We do have a bunch of cows here, I think. I try to help and keep them together, not going through it. Nothing we can do but wait. Let them just go. I think we're looking good now. We're going. Buenas! We don't want to lose any of the cattle. Voila! What is this? What is this? Why is this so beautiful? I mean, like, Australia was nice, but I've never seen such a beautiful place in Australia. Maybe I didn't go too far outside in Australia either. It's a bit rippier now here, to be honest. But I've seen worse ripio in Tajikistan. The scenery is flattening out a bit. So the mountains become more like hills. Smaller. I'm not really sure there's rip here, but I don't want to go too fast here. This is shaking me through now, and especially camely. Because otherwise I'm gonna be thrown off here from the road. 41 continues to Los Posadas. I heard it's a very bad condition road. We're going left on the 301 towards Ruta Nacional, numero, obviously Ruta 40, 75 kilometers. That's what we do, pretty much, yeah? Some animals running around here. Hopefully they're not as stupid as kangaroos. So the road here is rather washboard all the time, and it's partly soft. Not often, but a little bit. So you have to hold your motorbike. It's not as bad as Australia. I've seen much worse in Australia with regards to the washboard density, and then you have more like sand. Here you at least have like gravel. We are just riding slowly here. I want to take a break shortly to rest a bit. But I wanted to show you the scenery first, because this looks really incredible again. Oh, over there's a good place to stop, I think. And that's a sheltered place here. I just take a quick break and drink something. A bit of pain in my neck. It's 53 kilometers left. And the road is exhausting, yeah, it is. Seriously, it's a lot of washboard. Really not very funny. And the wind is also making things more difficult. Especially here now when we're crossing the lake. Drive by the lake. The wind accelerated again and we are pretty much exposed. Yeah, my neck hurts. It's exhausting. The scenery of specifically with regards to the clouds, looks crazy. I don't like the road. Patagonia, we have full tailwind, which means like we have no cooling for the engine. My engine runs warm all the time. 100, 105 going down to 100, 105 going down to 100. Because there's no cooling air, right? Okay, this is the national park now. Not sure what has changed here so much. I need to be very concentrated because of the stones. I'm only at 1.9 bar and this is not good to hit over big rim breakers. You can't go so fast because there are all these big stones on the road, right? Exhausting. But this road is nightmare. It's a nightmare.
What the heck? This was fuck. Hope we are on Ruta 40. It was good to see asphalt. My neck hurts like hell. I'm gonna blow some air into the tires now.
How smooth. This is smooth. Oh, so much better. The wind came and I just was not quick enough and it pushed me over and I had to pull up the throttle to kind of not fall. I was really bending and left and right and then I could rescue it. This is a terrible road. Look at this scenery! This is so cool! Wow, Patagonia! Beautiful! This is kind of bending. This is flying! Woo! Wow! Bajo Caroles is it called? There's the whole village here. This is Piccolo. There's a motorbike. I think this is the hotel over there. Bro, what are you up for? I want to go inside here. Here, let's see. Delivering some. Back on gravel. Hajdevitska. But this is this famous fuel station. Hotel. Abierto. Abierto sounds nice. Let's see if they have. It kicks you over. The hotel is built of stone, which is different. Otherwise, it might fly away. Okay, brothers. I need to get off this motorbike. This is exhausting.